What is your FGC hot take?
Our 2XKO is a good game with a terrible control scheme. If it was just a 4-button fighter with special moves,
Yes!
then it would have been like the cleanest fighting game. But nope, they gotta stuff all that on 2 special buttons. It's terrible. It's so bad. I want to love it so much,
Yes!
but my hands are mangled every day I try to play. So
Yes!
you know what? I go back to playing I'll go back to playing BlazBlue, I'll go back to playing Gear, I'll go back to playing Uni all the time because my hands don't die trying to do a f***ing special.
I was thinking something about games being too offensive based, like how Tekken 8 came out with Heat, and Street Fighter 6 have crouching medium kick drive rush all day. Of course, the games are more offense based, but my real hot take is it's not for us. It's not the games being made to be more scrubby. It's so spectators and streamers can have a better time watching it. I think a big part of what's happening to games nowadays, even though they're fun, they're just not the same, is for spectators.
We have a rise in regionals lately, like stuff like Just Block, Max Mode, Slashback just got announced. This is kind of a regional, Climax tonight. There's been a rise in regionals lately, and I think it's wonderful. I think it's a great little thing to have for your region, especially when bigger tournaments have kind of died out for the most part. SCR, NCR don't exist anymore. There's a lot of tournaments that don't exist anymore. So it's really great to have stuff like this. And I think sometimes some of these tournaments think they have to have a stream setup and everything, and I don't think they do. I really don't think that they do. I think some regionals can get by with just locally recording their stuff and saving a ton of money on the stream and just like upload it later, because really regionals are for your people. And if your people are going to be there, and yeah, it sucks to not have a stream, but for the real of it, streams are some of the most expensive things you can have at your tournament. Like, it's like venue and then streaming. I'm not even kidding. So like, that's my hot take, is that not every regional needs to be streams.
What is one matchup that you despise going against in any fighting game?
I really have a strong disdain for Johnny and Xrd, and it was Johnny and Strive 2, but they done chopped out his legs off, so I ain't got to deal with him in that game no more. Honestly, somebody pull up to me in the old games and pull up with the top tier, I can just turn the game off and go play something else.
In terms of like Guilty Gear, whether it be Rev 2, it could be Strive or Accent Core, what is one character you despise going against matchup-wise?
Zappa. 100% Zappa, because the character, my character that plays against him, usually the character is built around like one of the summons you're good against, one of the summons you're bad against, and one of the summons you're kind of middle against. The character I play, Phallus, is like bad against 2 of them, and like the third one's kind of okay, but it's still not great. So it's just a really tough character to play against. Plus, also, there's just like a % chance that you don't get to go Oki on him because he gets to summon on him. So it's just not a fun character to play against sometimes, to be honest with you.
What is one matchup that you despise playing against?
Oh man, I don't know if you've seen any other videos involving me in matchups, but Hyde Keto. Fuck that guy. Hyde's actually, although he gets toned down every now and then, he's always been kind of like a thorn in my side, despite me having some pretty good tools. He's just too much of a bulldog, just gets in.
How are you enjoying your weekend so far?
It's great. It's my first time in Atlanta, and I've always wanted to be in Atlanta for fighting games, because it's just like such a storied history in fighting games in Atlanta. It's always been a big deal down here. So my first time here to play games with everybody, it's been a blast.
Bro, how are you enjoying Climax of the night?
It's been good. It's been a great weekend. It's sad that it's about to end, but as all good things come, they must also end.
I agree. And what were you here to, like, did you compete? Did you commentate?
A little bit of A, a little bit of B. I did some commentary. You guys may have seen me at the Hot Ones exhibition 10v10. I also did part of the uni pool. So I made up to like top 24. I had one good stream game. Hopefully you guys saw that. But other than that, I've just been hanging them out, making people do stupid things.
Modern games in this era, they're increasing the price to $70, $80. Do you agree with that, or are companies just being greedy?
Well, when you put a game at that price, you have to make sure that the offering is full-fledged. Fighting games have a big problem, not with, battle design or game design or assets or anything like that, but it's more, can they provide enough content to make it worth it? How many hours are you getting out of the rest of the offering besides the battle part? And I think that's where games have difficulty. Some games are good with that, like Street Fighter 6, with the World Warrior and stuff. But Guilty Gear Strive, I mean, what are you going to do, arcade mode?
Yeah.
But that's not a $60 game.
If I didn't have to see day 0, day 1, day 2 patch every time, but every time I see a game, and mind you, I'm Canadian, those $70 games are coming at me at 100, 99, 95, and I had to see a day 0 patch. I had to see a game that runs on specs not built for normal gamers. Like, it's incomprehensible. I can't play Monster Hunter. When I try to want to play Borderlands, I have to ask if it'll run.
Yeah.
I can't invest $99 into that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just play Melty Blood, free, 2XKO, free, trash, free. I'll play Eternal Return, free Korean MOBA, because I can run it.
Right.
Like, if you guys are going to charge me out the ass, make sure the games can run, man.
You can't deny that the cost of everything's gone up. That's just the way of life. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think that some companies are doing it pretty well. I think City of the Wolves giving you the Season 1 for free, like, I think that was a really good deal, so it's like $70 out the gate. Yeah, it's a little bit more than I'd like, but you know what? It is what it is. I think the way that like Tekken 8 did it, where you had to buy like a $60 game plus, or a 60 or 70, and then buy the DLC afterwards, which was like $30. It's like $100 from the get-go. It was kind of tough. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot. So I'm very curious actually to see whether the model for 2XKO will work out, a free-to-play style model that will let you purchase characters or play for them over the course of time. I think a free-to-play model is something that is scary to do for fighting games and is very new to the genre in terms of being able to do it, but I think there's a lot of merit to it in this day and age, and we'll see if that even plays out. But I think that 70 is probably a good place right now. It sucks that it's more, but like, a lot of the times you're playing these games for what? Like, I can tell you that City of the Wolves probably has like 600-700 hours into it right now. Like, for $70,
That's worth it.
that's a,
That's worth it.
it's worth it in my opinion. Yeah. So if you really know that you're gonna love the game, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I think for trying out games, it makes it really tough, which is why I think the free-to-play model can possibly exist. Granblue is actually a good example. They have the free-to-play model and the paid model, which I think is really good for them. And I've heard a lot of people got into the game that way. So maybe that is something that games can adopt over time.
So for someone that's trying to get into the FGC competing wise, what would you like recommend them to do first?
Find a game you love. If the game you love is not necessarily alive, there's a community for it. Don't be afraid of them. Small communities want more people, and hopefully you gel with them. That's just how it is. Just reach out and look around. And when you find that game, when you find that community, put your hat in the ring and put your voice on the mic.
So as a person that has worked like high level FGC events, what
Yeah.
is one piece of advice that you would give up and coming FGC commentators?
Practice as in get VODs, go over your own gameplay. It doesn't matter what it is, but look at fighting game footage and practice like you're doing commentary in front of the real thing. Like, actually, practice doesn't happen at your local, practice doesn't happen when you're going to majors, practice happens at home alone in front of nobody. I highly suggest it. And the other thing I'd really suggest, stop looking at the viewer count. I can tell you that some of the most fun I've ever had on commentary has been with 30 and 70,000 people. And I can tell you moments from each one of those situations about the most fun I've ever had on commentary. And trust me, you will see it. When you look at other commentators, you'll see how much fun they're having when it really is just about you and the game.
Reach out to whatever local or whatever scene that you can commentate at. Everyone needs more commentators, and they're always willing to try new bloods. Don't be afraid. Mistakes will always happen. I think the first time I commentated in Vancouver, I dropped like some pretty sus knowledge, got corrected immediately, and it said some really dumb things. But here I am, got to commentate here at Climax tonight. I've done Evo, I've done Combo Breaker. All it took was one step, and hopefully my words here can motivate you to try.
Okay, in terms of someone that's trying to get into the competition and spirit of FGC, what is one piece of advice that you would give them?
I think the easiest one would be like humility. Like, lose be as happy when you lose as much as you when you win. But that's not. I don't preach that, or I preach that, but I don't do it myself. Sometimes I get mad at my losses as well.
Where can we find you on social media?
On social media, you can find me on Twitter at VANSUIKA. That's Vansuika _. You'll see my Twitch on there too. I don't stream as much, but when I do, you'll see me. Also, I post funny pictures of my dog.
Where? And what's your dog's name?
Appa, she's a cutie, and I think she hates me a little bit.
So Appa, Avatar.
Avatar Appa, yes sir.
Okay. Favorite character, I assume.
Oh yeah.
What is your favorite game to commentate?
Honestly, at the moment, right now, I will say City of the Wolves, just because I think that the game can get really deep and it can get very layered. And once you understand those layers and you really watch people dive into them over the course of a set, I think you see some of the coolest mind games in fighting games right now. So I've been enjoying a ton of City of the Wolves. Historically though, like, it's always going to be Guilty Gear. That's the game that I started with, plus R specifically, but I've been getting back into Ixerd. That was a game I played heavily back when it was in its heyday, and I'm getting back into it now. So it's like actually my first time I've been playing 2 Guilty Gears at the exact same time. I've never done that before, so I'm having a blast right now with fighting games, trust me.
Well, I appreciate you for your time, boss. Thank you so much.
Much love.
Yes, sir. Risetoelevategaming, we out. Peace. Where can we find you on social media?
Oh yeah, SamiFish11, SAMIFISH11, SamiFish everywhere else. But yeah, that's feel free to talk to me. I talk about a lot of dumb stuff like anime, fighting games, whatever.
Word. I appreciate you for your time, boss.
No,
No
thank you for
problem.
having me.
No
I
problem,
appreciate
bro.
it.
Yes, sir. Risetoelevategaming. Peace out, y'all.